Hello everybody, First Montes here. Today with this Mullet S, TOOR Mullet S knife for my standard like EDC outdoor use test, as I normally do, because I use of course my knives mostly in forest and outdoor sometimes, of course, because if I'm at home I've got so many kitchen knives and those stuff. So, and this one maybe I will do of course some kind of like urban testing somehow. I might do something maybe today. We'll see. Anyway, so this one, just few things, or actually two things I didn't say in my room is I haven't pointed, and which is obvious, there is no any hole for some kind or any kind of lashing, so it's not usual, but I don't care because the knife is really small. And what's more important, oh, it seems to be like a hornet. See the guy? Nice. I haven't seen really in last years, if you got a kydex sheath which is really nice or nicely made, really it looks, even I don't know if it's kydex, because this is kind of different. This one looks like kind of leather or something, like just as a visual. I mean, I don't know why is that, but it's really different. So you see how I've attached, this is the CVVT clip, my most favorite mounting option for knives, and see how, let's say, weird I had to do that, because there is no simply any other hole, see that the one which goes through. So that's what I want to say. So last years I haven't seen such great kydex sheath without option, like normally at or any clip, especially you see that T clip got this like the middle hole, I would say, this kind of line. Standard tech locks, or that kind of locks or locking mechanism for our pants, there are 3 holes, 1, 2, 3. So if there will be not this one, there will be standard hole, I will even miss this one, so I have to drill it. So I got nice kydex sheath, but it is not pre-made for any. I've tried Spyderco, many tech lock, this T clip and some other. No one fits there. So you have to do it in this way, or you have to drill a hole for it, which will be probably the best to do it here in this position. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's a bit, for me, a bit shame, because you see this line. No, I got weird light here. See, this is a line, so nothing happen if this one will be a bit more here and this one will be a bit more here, and that's it. Guys, in TOOR, great sheath, but this is, I said, years back, what I got all of them, even the cheapest out of China got this possibility. I don't know which knife this is, like, or sorry, mounting option, this is pre-made, maybe for those ulti clips, probably, I guess. But this knife is relatively, I haven't shown you also this point of balance, which is here. So if you add the ulti clip, and it will sit somewhere here, this one will be definitely the handle heavy. You see the mass here, which is great when you're handling, but when you carry it, it falls down like this one. This is not a light knife, that's important thing. So I think something to think about. Let's go for the testing. So as normally, you won't see me, but I hope you see this one. Standard batoning. Somebody took my batoning stick, so I have to use this one for this moment, because I won't need it for a long time. I will start with something like this one. It should be alright, because for these 5 millimeters CPM M4 steel, even there is a knot, as we might see here. Not a problem. Not a problem. It shouldn't be, of course, but we never know. This one could be a bit harder because there was the big knot. So I might start with this one. Yep. Nice. We'll see if I go through this. I'm in the knot. I won't destroy the knot. See, I turn it up because I want to destroy the knot, and then I'll maybe go through more easy, which is true. Well guys, so this one was one from the hardest tests I've ever done. It came through all this. See how nicely cut it is that. Nothing on the blade, and it's 0.5 millimeters, so half millimeter thin behind the edge. So this is from the thinnest side of my knives. That's important. I only trust the steel. If they said it is tool steel, so it should stand something nice. So not a problem here. I broke this one. Okay, just for demonstration, for the limbing. It's nice grip thanks to this wide handle end. If I need to do it, I don't want to take too much branches, just for demonstration. It's alright. Light chopping, very light chopping. Okay, I'll take this. This is really great. That's why probably you don't need that lashing hole there. The knife is light for that because, as I said, the point of balance is about here, so it's not really meant to be used in this way, but so when you do continuous chops, after time, of course, the knife moves forward, so you have to do reposition after every 5-6 chops, which is not bad, especially when the blade is, or the edge is such thin, which is great for this one, but again it bites in, so you have to pull it. That's why it moves a little bit out of our hand. So this is one way, and of course I'll try to pick something different. This is just 1 centimeter thick only, so of course that's not a worry. I'm just preparing these for next thing. Just see how thin is that. This might be a bit harder. I'll take my glasses on. This is harder. This is seasoned, and this is harder stuff, definitely. Nice. To be honest, I expected more troubles on this wood. I know this wood. I guess is the name in English is ash, and it can spring back really. I quote nicely because sometimes when I try to chop these, when they are like branches, thin branches, I want a clear path, and if I miss the right angle, it will nicely spring back and it gives me back what I try to do. So that's why I'm always a bit careful when I work with this, especially when it is fresh. Anyway, 1 inch definitely, or definitely about 1 inch. I don't know which side it was actually. I guess this one, the wider. So here we are. So we are on the size of the belly. Nice, nice. So we can say definitely I can do very light limbing, very light, not really something special, not something I do like. What we can do also, we can do patterning for those, let's say 2.5 inches logs or branches to get something dry out of it, which is great. It can survive knots like this one. Now, what about carving? That's the point. Of course, we got a knife, so we'll see. We'll see. Standard position, nothing special. Nice. This is horn beam. I always forget horn beam or horn beak. I always forget that. But see, so it's kind of hard wood. Even this is fresh, but it makes trouble when I use some knives. But this one, not for this one. So this is absolutely fine. I would say more easy than I've expected. Yeah, absolutely. Try the chest pull with the grip, where only this point, of course, is something what bothers me. This is my grip with the thumb here. I remember this one when I did on my Harrow knife, which I showed you in my room. That like kind of desert camo with similar design. There is the hook in the end too. So when I grab this one, the hook, this spot digs into this bone here. That's the thing which is not comfortable on this knife when I do this chest pulls. So not something here. I did expect these to do something more, but this is the spot which won't help me when I do this one. So if I avoid it and I hold it this way, so I don't let the knife go here, or even that one, if I stay here, it's all right. It's all right. It's more safe, of course, when you use it. But this is, guys, this is the knife. This is the knife where I would say to use it in this way when standard handling is more comfortable, maybe even safe. I'm not sure about that, because I know that you got the short range here, so that's not really exactly what I said. But okay, it's maybe not the safe, but it's more comfortable than here. Sometimes you go to the knife and say, okay, this one I got more power there, but not here, and I guess it's because that what makes the chest pull like the bad choice for this knife, which this hawk is. But when you twist it or when you turn it into normal position, thanks to this wideness, that's what I said in my room, your last two fingers adds more power, and that's why you got more in the cut, more power in the cut, and it's not like with a straight handle or something like this one. So definitely, if I need to cut or do something, some slices with the knife, I will try to hold it in this way and try to avoid these chest pulls. Simply, I don't know why, but I don't know why. I guess it's because this one, but it's simply not as comfortable on some like on some other knife. Like I would say, if the handle will be more straight or that kind of straightness, there will be not that pronounced this hawk in the end. That will be probably better. But in this position, this is right for these things. So anyway, it can slice nicely, and let's do some notching as normally. Because it is, see how deep it went. Nice. Because it is there's a recurve, so it's not that nice for straight lines, of course. So I have to fix that when I will be that deep. Because this is dry, as I said, the edge works pretty nice. That's what I want to say. If that will be fresh, it will bite a little bit more deep, but I'm surprised how nicely it cuts. Yeah. What is important here, and that's what another thing I want to show you here. When you see these, the end here, this one, when this one goes to a tip, this is like nicely rounded. There is no any like sharp spot, which usually he is on the transition, like here when it changes the angle towards the tip on the grind. So this one is kind of round, and this one too, nicely rounded. It goes to the tip. But what I will show you here is normally you might see sometimes they do this white part. They call it like the Persian tip. It simply reinforces the tip itself. So it's usually more back. Why? Because you can rest your thumb in it, so it's better for your carving. See, I'd like to have it here if that will be for this purpose, but I'd like to have it here, but it's here, and here isn't the sharpest spot. That's what I said in my room. Why? Because this is the angle here is a bit different than here. Why? Because the grind is shorter than here, so it's more steep angle on it, so it's not as slicey as here. So that's why if I should do it here and use it the widest part here, it's not really what I want. So I'd like to do it in this way. So back to the position. That's why I'm talking about it. Is now if I want to finish in this way, I'm sitting on the thinnest part of the spine. I feel that definitely. I feel the steel, how the steel bites into my thumb. See the line here, nice. But anyway, it's all right. I can definitely survive it. And what's important, this is very, very nice, guys. I am surprised. I'm surprised how well this one slices. That's one from those kind of tactical knives which can serve you as a really standard EDC or all-around knife. This is not kind of like an axe or, you know, the wedge style like many other that kind of knife is. So you can really use it for extended tasks, even maybe in a kitchen. I don't know, I haven't tried, but maybe. Okay. The other one, which I normally do. Yeah, I want to open it. Yeah. And now should be the part for the thumb, as I said, but it's not the right. It's not right. This one, the spot right for it, because it's wider. So not normally as close to the tip. It's more normally more thinner, so it can go deep and it slices slightly better. Not on this knife. Again, standard positioning for this knife is the best. That's what I want to say. There was nothing about the description about this knife, not like on the top darter, what I got at home. Yeah, you can do it definitely. I can take more better wood to make this one, but this is absolutely right. Stabbing actually, so how good stabber is it? Looking for some. This is, I don't know what kind of wood is that. Yep. So what I feel actually, just without anything, just like that. Again, I feel this spot here. When I grab it, I feel that. Again, if I hold it with the thumb, it is better, of course. But yeah, there are definitely better designs, better knives for this application, because the tip is, as I said, it's quite wide. Even, I mean, in the very tip, the angle here. But that's what I like. That's what I like, because I don't bought the knife for these nasty stubby things, but we never know. Sometimes maybe we need it for self-defense situations, so this one can definitely do it, of course. But thanks to the reinforced tip, it can survive some abusing, which I will do more when I do these things than do something what I said. Can this one throw a spark? I am kind of positive expectations on this spot here before there is the false edge. So we'll see. Yeah, that's great, guys. That is great. That is great. I see the camera is a bit off. I haven't seen that. Now let's try. So Not as nice as I want, but doesn't matter. Feather sticking. Or actually, I don't know if I will do some feathers, especially from this wood, as you might see. Okay. Got a nice breeze. Well, I have to find the right spot for this one. This is not definitely soft wood. You might see how this one goes off. Yeah, this is the spot. This wood was sunk in the creek and removed it about a month ago, as I remember. Well, okay, I got a smoke. Yep. So, what I think, guys, I feel, yes, I feel that the scale is moving. This one, I don't know if you see that, but it moves a little bit, but it moves. So I have to tidy it up. That's one thing I can't remember when this one happened to me even once. So it should be more tight, guys, in TOOR. So what I want to tell you, like in the end, conclusion, I'm happy with the knife. The price is a bit higher than, of course, CPM M4. That's what I said in my room. I like to have their more standard steel for myself. CPM 3B, I'll be fine with that. This is a little bit more harder to sharpen it. That's what I've said. About the using, when you use the knife, my recommendation is when you use the knife for real, these slicing, cutting, this is the best position for it. Any other changes what I've done are maybe better for a short time, for do something special, but for standard, using standard carving, this is the best. I mean, the very comfortable position, and I would say really very, and only this one is not. That's what I said in my room. This is really sharp, so it shouldn't be there, guys, in a TOOR. Another thing, for me, it's overdone, as I said. See where my index is, so there's definitely, it could be a little bit more forward and rounded, definitely rounded. It digs into my thumb, into my finger. Even when I did this reverse, this one was really not comfortable. Immediately when I squeeze the knife, I feel, see the spot exactly in the middle, Not good position for that. This grip is really nice. I'm really glad I can throw sparks, because of course I can scrape some wood with it. That's really, it adds something more for me, even for this outdoor use. Not every knife got this one. The knife is slicey, you know, that's what I said, so I am happy for that. Sorry, it's slicey, that's what I like. So this is not kind of survival veg tool, I mean, so it's probably useful in some other thing. What else about this? That's what I said about this one. There is no demounting option. Interesting is, I guess, when you go for the TOOR page and you buy this knife, there is, I think there's like choices, not any attaching, and then you've got some of them are ulti clips, and I'm not sure if that was on this knife too, but there was some kind of tech lock, maybe even tech lock on for it too. There were several options for that. If that will be true, you might check it. I will check it in my home. If you check it and that's true, so interesting for me will be if those holes, these holes will be in different way, or it will be they will be same, but that will be, you know, some kind of, okay, so you provide me this one, but how can I attach it to it? So do I need to drill it there? Why you didn't do that? Because they do these. You know, it's kind of weird. $325 knife, so not cheap, definitely not cheap. So a bit more thing. So, but that's the sheath. But other ways, other thing about the sheath is great for these. Of course, these scales shouldn't move. Of course, after first use, I mean serious use. Well, not really nice, but not a problem. Of course, I can tie it up and do lots of things with that. Maybe I will open that and will check what is under the scales. If there is any skeletonization inside of that, I am not sure, because, as I said, the point of balance is really on the handle side. So maybe there is not any that skeletonization. Sorry, I take these glasses off. So something else. For the grip, that's what about the grip, what I said. This is not really something you want to do when you do this, the batoning. It's all right. The ball, I don't know how this one sits there, as I said. Maybe I'll find out. But when you got something big, like I got this, sorry, I got this piece of log, so that's not definitely a problem. Even if there is the angle, it should go away, but not. Sometimes, of course, I do it in batoning in this way, and then I'm fine, of course. And the slicing here, as I said, the knife here is it's duller, more dull than here, and you can find it relatively easily. It's not dull as a dull, but it is there. So for me, definitely one from those knives you can use for even for that surviving, and I mean really surviving, because great steel, maybe too great steel, I mean, for that, but thick enough, but in the same way slicing. That's very important, something what is not normal, what we can't see normally. You can throw sparks with that, which is great, so you got another tool on it. You can use it in self-defense, because the grip is, I guess, made for it, but it's not only for that only, that's important. Relatively pronounced tip, but not thin for that, so it's not a dagger or something like that. So I was hoping, before I bought it, I was hoping to buy that knife which will serve in these ways. It's very similar like I expected, and it's really great. This one surprised me positively, because when I saw it, I saw these false edges, kind of that. I said, well, we'll see, and it is great. So when you got a tool, like this one, so see, generally the same. Okay, this one is in, so they are almost the same length, and that's what I know. And what I carry normally, some kind of multi-tool or multi-tool knife. I mean the Leatherman or the Victorian or Ruike, what I have these, because there are many options to what to do, not because of the knife, but for the others. 200 grams, 300 grams, include this one about. I got 500 grams here, which is about something over 1 pound and 2 ounces about, I guess. Or sorry, and if I add any kind of multi-tools, those heaviest got 260 grams without a sheath. If you are there, so you got 1.5 pounds of weight, which you can put into your pocket. This one will be on your belt, same like the other, so not in your backpack. It seems to me like pretty much nice combo, which is not big one, and not that heavy, and you can do plenty of things with it. So these TOOR Mullet S, with those improving what I've said, I guess that this is good choice, and the design really speaks to me, so I like it. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye. So here we are after the testing. Those handle scales were loose from both sides, so both screws were loose, and I guess it's because these are really short ones, so I have to put some Loctite into it. And this is the detail for that, how the ball is accommodated there. And as we might see here, there is no any skeletonization of the knife. So that's it for today.